Hi everyone. All right, so I'm gonna have a few Canvas tips that I came across over the years of doing this stuff that I think helps. The first one I want to talk about is tabs. If I have text, like for me, it's mostly when I work with the learning part. And so let me show you here. This is my ongoing semester, and I have, for example, here I'm talking about the respiratory. They like emojis, so I put the emojis on depending on what it is that I'm doing. So always the learning part when I have the videos, they have this one for camera for video. So I have all these videos, and then down here I put the main concepts up in bullet points so they can go through it like it's not a reading book, but at least it's like some text as well for them to absorb with some pictures often. And I instead of it being a long list, I segmented and make tabs out of the internal structure of a chapter of a book, for example. So that's, for example, where I use this. So let's go and show you how you can use this and incorporate that. And don't worry, you actually don't have to use this color. It's just I'm a pink guy, so I like this stuff like that. So you downloaded your orientation module from Commons. So you learned that in the bigger video. And then down here we have this making tab section. So you're going to open that making tab section. And you're going to edit that making tab section. And now you have to do something that's a little scary for most of us, but it's not really that scary. You have to press on this thing called HTML editor. And it looks like that. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. But you see here where it says div class enhanceable, blah, 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 blah. You're going to mark from there, which is line 3, all the way down to the end. And you're going to put it into the copy thing, and you can't have that up here. So you got to know with your computer how to do that. On mine, I have a Mac, so it's Command C. So I push the command down and then hold it down and then press the C. And then it's in the clipboard. PC, not Mac, it's Control C, but I might be a little wrong. So then you close that out, and I often go with cancel because I want to make sure I don't really make a mistake. So the good thing about this Canvas thing, when you edit something and you make a mistake, you cancel out of it because tabs can be somewhat delicate. So now you have it in the clipboard. So let's go to the place where you want it. And so here I have module 1, I have lecture videos. That's an old class that I worked on originally. And I don't have anything like that yet. So now I edit that because I want to import it there. All I have is raw videos right now. And so I'm going to the place, I edit it, right? So now I'm the editor. So I'm going to the place where I want it. And now I have to put a marker there. And I'll show you why. So I'm going to say here as a marker. Because then once I have that marker there, then I go to the HTML editor and I click on it. And now see, look at that. I see here marker. See, the black stuff is the text. So you can look at the text what you wrote. So you can start learning a little bit. You don't have to know anything about it because now, really, but you need to manipulate from there because you can't just copy it into the editor. For some reason, that doesn't work like that. It's the text editor. So now, though, you go to that here list and you mark that whole line, wherever that is. And now you paste it in. For Mac, it's Command, Hold, V. Whoa. And there's a lot going on there. For a PC, I think it's Control V, but make sure of that. So you have to know those ones. And then you press down here, you press save. And look at that, here it is. So now you have these tabs that you can only see here what it really does. So now you can go back in and you can edit those by, you can highlight it and then write down what you want, which is okay, but it can be a little delicate because if you make a mistake, you want to then always cancel out. So I can say introduction, and then I can go down here and say tab 1, highlight it, introduction. I can go text, and then I can say, okay, all of that is actually a list. And I can go to the list, the three buttons. I can do either bullets or I can do numbers. Do that, then the list is properly formatted as well. Instead of you writing 1 dot tab and 2 dot tab, you know. And then you go save, because each time I do 1 tab, I would save, because if I mess up, I only lose 1 work. So see, look, that did it pretty nicely done. Now go to tab 2. Now it's back to this, because I haven't done anything in tab 2. Now a few things to that. It's easy to mess up. It's easy to go like, oh, let me just backwards. I like delete, 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 and then type it in. Oh, that's messed up. Shoot, what did I do? Now, because I already saved it on introduction, I didn't mess this one up, because oh, I can actually just cancel out of it and say, okay, I cancel out of it. I save back to before I messed up, but not too far back so I don't lose all the stuff. Now, if you saved it, then you messed it up. Then you got to go back into the HTML and maybe learn from where you need to copy it on, or redo the whole thing. That's a little bit of a problem. But the way that I avoid that, I actually, personally, you can tap into it and just highlight all of it. Or what I do is, I'm really picky. I leave 2 letters, one at the end and one at the beginning, and then say what I want to say. And then afterwards, delete the last one and the first one. That one way I don't run into the issue. And then so that's for that part. 1, 2, 3. Here the same thing. I take it out. I go in like that. I've just too many times messed it up, and even though it seems redundant, I do it the same here. Like that, and then I take it out. It is not slower, really, and then I can manipulate that the way I want afterwards. So those are a few little tricks for that part. Then again, once I done one, I save it, and then I leave it. Now the other question you're probably going to have is going to be like, well, I don't want this kind of color because it's pink. I know, and I'm a pink guy. I like pink stuff. And so I figured, I have fun. So what you want though is contrast. But let me show you, you can change it easy. You can say like, okay, I want all these backgrounds at different colors. So look at here, you go here, it says background color. So you click on that. Oops, you click the down arrow. And then you can choose anything from here you want that's predetermined. Or you can go here and you can manipulate this part. You can say like, oh, I'm a green person. That's kind of cool. So you can go like this. That's kind of good. That's kind of nice. And you can save, and then you can see how does it look. So you're like, okay, that contrast looks pretty good. Right here, we're changing the text itself, and see this one stays. So although this is not going to be okay, you got to have it be darker. So if you want to change it and go like, okay, we like the greenish, but we need something a little darker. Let's see if this is dark enough. And if this stays, it's not. So here it's text. So I can press here and it goes like, it's not dark enough. But see, as soon as it gets darker, as soon as the contrast is good enough, it changes from flat blue to clear dark blue. And then I can apply that. So I can use that. And then it says, yay, you've done good. Everything is good on this page. So that's how you can change the color, so you can do what you want. You can do black and white too, but it's kind of nice to use some colors. They like that stuff. The students like that stuff. And then when you finish again, you save. You don't take too much. Just save after every step so you don't mess it up too much in case. Whoa! And now look at all that green. Even like green and pink. That looks nice. I should do that at some point. But you see the contrast. So, it might be a little sharp in terms of contrast for us right now, but it also helps the page. Okay, so let me see. I think that's pretty good for that. So let's stop the share and let's stop the video. And then we'll go to the next topic. All right.